Ah, man, nobody talk to me. This is an emotional time for Vancouver Canucks fans because all of the ups and all of the downs, the tribulations and the moments of peace, these are all going to be redeemed today. We have ourselves the draft lottery. It's going to kick off at 5 p.m. PST, and I'm going to be streaming an hour beforehand and into the regular program. Yes, we're bringing back the live streams because for an event like this, we kind of have to go out there and do it. And I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Mostly because the Vancouver Canucks have such a low % odds at getting this done. And, you know, I've said it the entire time. I haven't been hiding this sentiment the entire time that even though I'm a fan of the Habs, even though I'm a fan of the Wings, the Vancouver Canucks have been my favorite team for as long as I've been doing this entire hockey thing, and they've never drafted first overall before. They've never done it. They've held on to the first overall pick at times. They had it back in 1999 until they traded down, but nah, the Vancouver Canucks have never drafted first. And ever since 2018 with Rasmus Dahlin, I was saying, yeah, the Canucks, they might be able to get this done. Who knows? In 2019, we thought they should have been able to get it done because the hockey gods, you know, if you wanted to write a script, this was your script. Jack Hughes getting drafted first overall in Vancouver with his brother Quentin on the stage. That would have been amazing. And then it didn't happen. And then Lafreniere the next year, and the Canucks did not get him there. And the Canucks actually made the playoffs. So, okay, yeah, it didn't end up going that way at all. And then you had yourselves even more shenanigans, Owen Power, Slavkovsky, whatever. This is the big one. Vancouver guy, Connor Bedard, generational talent, best prospect since Crosby and McDavid, and he wants to be a Canuck. Or I'm not going to go out there and say that he wants that specifically, but the guy loves the Canucks as much as everybody else that watches this YouTube channel seems to do. So would it not be fair to say, hey, if he gets drafted to Vancouver, that's probably best case scenario? The Vancouver Canucks have the lowest odds at getting this done, and I feel like with the way everything has gone down, I feel like the Canucks are at a dead end. Like, no matter what happens, it's seen as a pretty bad thing. Because if the Canucks lose out on Bedard, they don't win, they stay at 11th overall, which is more than likely to happen, let's be real here, then you start to converse about the team and how Patrick Allvin didn't do enough to make the team worse on paper after the deadline, and how other guys that are still here are going to be eating up money and this and that, and the Vancouver Canucks put themselves in such an odd position by winning all those games, which is good for them, like good for the players on getting that done. But still, you could understand the concern when a lot of Canucks fans are saying, hey, wait a minute, our draft position, it's getting lower and lower by the weeks. And then you have yourselves the opposing perspective. What if the Canucks actually win the lottery? It's not going to happen, but what if it does happen? Imagine getting Bedard on this team right now. All of a sudden, the entire thing that everybody talks about with Aquilini, interference with ownership, the team wanting to win now, whatever, all of a sudden that's valid. It's more than valid if the Canucks win the draft lottery. And the reason that's a bad thing is because all of a sudden it gives Aquilini the benefit of the doubt. He's able to say, yeah, look, it worked. The plan worked. We won games. We kept our guys. We consistently had a team that was not bad enough to win the lottery or be last place in the league, but not good enough to make the playoffs. And look, we got Bedard. That's it. That's the vindication for everything we went through. Like, to leave something like this up to a 3% chance is mind-boggling to me. And I'm not going to say that the Vancouver Canucks had done that advertently or inadvertently, but like still, just the reality that that can be the case, it's kind of given me a funny feeling, you know? Like, of course, for the better of the team, for the benefit of the team, I want the Canucks to win the lottery. I'm going to pray my hardest to get that 3% odds all the way up there to 100% with those lottery balls. But I'm not going to discredit the idea that winning the lottery would put the Canucks in such an odd position, since it would be gifting them something that I don't think a lot of Canucks fans think the team deserves from the way Allvin and Aquilini have been sort of running this team the past few years. Like, obviously for us, me, you, the fans watching this team, yeah, we need this. We need this, dude. Pettersson, Hughes, they're great. Demko is great. But getting Connor Bedard at first overall, the guy who wants to be a Canuck, again, disclaimer, not going to go out there and say that he said that per se, but getting this done would be a twist of fate. It would be ever-changing on the look of the organization into the long-term future. All of a sudden, Elias Pettersson wants to stick around more. All of a sudden, there are no more rumors about Quinn Hughes leaving in free agency to go to the Devils. If he's got Bedard and Petey here, then hey, that's great. Same thing with Miller. As long as Miller is not overworking himself, is not overthinking the game, he's an effective player that can get 80 to 90 points every single year. At least at this point. But I don't know, man. I'm normally not this overwhelmed about things that happen in hockey anymore, mostly because I've found a way over the years to sort of separate the emotions from the professionalism, because, you know, I make YouTube videos for a living. I talk about this sport, so I kind of have to have the ability to coherently explain things. But for the first time in years, I want to say maybe since the 2020 bubble playoffs, I'm so invested into what happens here that I'm sort of feeling nervous. Like, I don't get nervous anymore. I remember what it was like to feel nervous before taking a test in school, before making big presentations, you know, asking girls out, etc. But like nowadays, I don't get nervous. Like, nothing really strikes a chord with me. Even difficult conversations with people that I care about, or like other situations, being vulnerable at certain times and making bold moves, you know, like this stuff, even watching hockey doesn't make me nervous, but now for the first time in years, I feel nervous. This could be a franchise-altering moment, and the Canucks have the lowest odds at getting this done. Whoever does win the lottery, though, be happy about it. Like, don't take Connor Bedard for granted. As long as it's a team not in the Pacific Division, I'm gonna be okay with that. Actually, you know what? If it's San Jose, I'm okay with the Sharks. I'm okay with the Ducks, to be honest. Okay, am I okay with the Ducks? I mean, from the perspective of seeing Zegras and Bedard together, that would be amazing. Plus Olin Zellweger on that back end, that sounds like an amazing combo, but actually, yeah, for the sake of the rest of the Pacific, probably not Anaheim. If it's Columbus, like everybody has been saying it's going to be ever since the beginning of the year, then okay, woohoo, Gaudreau and Bedard together, how amazing is that going to be? But realistically, come on, Vancouver. Hockey gods, please. You know those videos that have been going online recently on TikTok and Instagram Reels of like guys rizzing up girls with their pickup lines or whatever, but the funniest ones are just when the guy goes on his knees and begs at the girl, please, please, please. That's kind of how I feel right now. Hockey gods, please, 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 Connor Bedard, man. We've got a few hours until the program starts. We've got a few hours until the stream that we're going to do starts. Come join the stream. It's going to be at 4 p.m. PST. We are going to stream, and we're going to hang out, talk about the draft lottery, talk about some of the prospects, talk about a whole bunch of stuff that is important to the conversation of today. And then we're going to watch the draft lottery program live as it happens, and you are all going to see my heart break when the Canucks inevitably take 13th overall, or whatever. 11th overall, let's just say. I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed about this, you know? And it sucks because we knew this was coming too. Ever since they started winning those games, their lottery odds were going down, down, down. Even if they get 2nd overall, like, sure, that'd be cool. Like, get Adam Fantilli. I don't know, get Michkov. That'd be pretty nice. But, yeah, Bedard's the prize. And if it's not Bedard this year, Macklin Celebrini next year. Also a Vancouver guy. We already made a video about that earlier this month, I believe. No, last month. Something like that. It was whenever, but you can let me know your thoughts at the comment section below about the Canucks as well as their draft lottery odds today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.